I am back now with our math lesson for today. It is going to be lesson 6, and it's going to be on 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional shapes. So if you can get your math books and put those in front of you, make sure that you have some crayons and a pencil and maybe even some of your objects that you can have handy, because I will be referring to them throughout the lesson. So we're going to go ahead now and move into our video. It's going to be long already.
Hi, this is my friend Charlie. We're having a party, and we were just making up shape riddles. Now it's Charlie's turn. He has a riddle for me. Click Charlie to find out what it is. Charlie said he was thinking of a 3-dimensional or solid shape. I guessed triangle because it has 3 sides. But Charlie said 3-dimensional, not 3 sides. I'm not sure what 3-dimensional means. I'd like to know. Let's learn more about 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional shape. Come on!
Olivia has some shapes to sort. She wants to sort them into 2 sets, 2-dimensional shapes and 3-dimensional shapes. What shape should Olivia put in each set? Let's help Olivia sort these shapes into the 2 sets. 2-dimensional shapes and 3-dimensional shapes. 2-dimensional shapes are flat and 3-dimensional shapes are solid. This shape is a circle. A circle is round and curved. Is a circle solid or flat? Flat. On which side of the sorting mat would you put the circle? Click to find out. The circle belongs on the side for 2-dimensional shapes because a circle is flat. This shape is a cylinder. It has 2 flat surfaces and a curved surface. Is the cylinder flat or solid? Solid. On which side of the mat would you put the cylinder? Click the cylinder to move it. The cylinder belongs on the side for 3-dimensional shapes because a cylinder is a solid shape. Now this shape is a square. It has 4 straight sides of equal length and 4 vertices or corners. A square is a flat shape. On which side of the mat would you put the square? Because a square is a flat shape, it belongs with the 2-dimensional shapes. Let's sort one more shape. This shape is a cube. It has 6 flat surfaces and 8 vertices, or corners. A cube is a solid shape. On which side of the mat would you put the cube? The cube belongs with the 3-dimensional shapes because it is solid. So you've helped Olivia put the flat shapes in a set of 2-dimensional shapes and the solid shapes in a set of 3-dimensional shapes.
So before we go on, boys and girls, just to review and recap, is these shapes over here that are 2-dimensional shapes are the flats. That's why we have a circle and a square. Over here, the 3-dimensional shapes are the solids. That's why we have the cylinder and the cube. These are the ones that you can pick up and hold in your hand and turn around and roll or stack.
Let's see if we can find the flat shapes in this picture. Click each 2-dimensional or flat shape to color it red. Then click the check button when you're finished.
Okay, so I'm going to point to this one, and you can do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If your thumb is down, that is correct. This is a sphere. Your thumb should be up because this is a flat. I'm going to click on it, and we're going to check it.
That's not it.
Oop.
These shapes are all 2-dimensional or flat shapes.
Oh, great. I was supposed to do all 4 of them. Okay, so all 4 of these are all two-dimensional flat shapes. So that is correct. We were correct. These are two-dimensional shapes. These on the outside that are not colored are all solids. They are three-dimensional shapes.
Let's see if we can find the solid shapes in this picture. Click to color all the three-dimensional or solid shapes blue. Then click the check button when you're finished.
So now I'm going to check all of those. So we're going to come over to this one. Thumbs up, yes. Thumbs down, no. If your thumb is up, that's a yes. I'm going to click on that blue. This one would be a thumbs down because that's flat. Thumbs down, this is flat. Thumb up, this is a sphere. It is a three-dimensional shape. Should be blue. This is a hexagon. It is flat. Thumbs down. Cube. This is a three-dimensional shape. I'm going to click on that blue. This is a triangle. It is a flat. Your thumb should be down. And this last one, thumbs up, yes. Thumbs down, no. Is this a three-dimensional shape, a solid? Yes. Now that I've clicked all of them blue, I will click the check button.
Well done! These shapes are all three-dimensional or solid. Now let's practice with the personal math trainer.
All right, so now we're going to go to our page, and this is the page that they showed us, I think it was on the first part of the video. So it says the two-dimensional shapes, says place shapes on the page, sort the shapes on the sorting mat. So since we do not have shapes, we're going to just draw them. So right over here, I'm going to be drawing today, and we're going to draw a two-dimensional shape, so that would be the flats. So we're going to go ahead and just draw a square like this, and you can do that with me. We can do a circle. Again, it's a little bit harder for me on the computer. And then we have a triangle. And we can even do a rectangle. So these are 4 common flat shapes that we discussed in the classroom each day during our meeting time. Now over here on the three-dimensional shapes, these are going to be the solids. So we're going to draw a sphere, which is going to be a circle, but then we're going to draw these lines on it to make it look like it's round. For the next shape, we're going to do a cone. So we start with a triangle like this. And we're going to come under like a smiley face and then go around like this so it looks kind of like a an oval, and that makes our cone. And then for the cube, we're going to start with a square like this. And again, you can always pause the video. You can go back and try it again if you have trouble. Come up to the corner, come out, out, connect, and then come down. Don't go all the way to where it's lined up, and then come in. So that is our cube. And if you want to really get fancy, we could go like this and connect here and connect there to make it look even more like a cube. And last is our cylinder. We're going to draw 2 lines like this, come around making an oval, and do the same thing here to look like our cylinder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that in case we need to go back to it. And now I'd like for you to turn your paper over to the next page. And now we have this side. It says identify the two-dimensional or the flat shapes. So the flat ones would be the ones that you cannot hold and turn around and roll. It says trace the circle around the square. So we're going to do that now. So we're going to go ahead and trace this circle around our square. That is a flat shape. Now we're going to go ahead and look at all of the shapes and draw a circle around them if they are flat. And then if it is a three-dimensional shape like this one down here, we're going to draw an X. So you may go ahead and draw an X on this one because this is one of our three-dimensional shapes. This is a sphere. So we'll come up here to this first one. Do you think this is a three-dimensional shape? Are we going to cross it out or are we going to circle it? Is it a flat? So if you think this is a two-dimensional shape, show me. You can do a thumbs up. If it is a three-dimensional, thumbs down. So thumbs up if it's a flat, thumbs down if it's a solid. If your thumb is down, that is correct. It is a solid. We're going to put an X on it. This one next to it is a circle. Is that a flat like this? Thumbs up. Is it a solid like this? Thumbs down. If your thumb is up, that's correct. This is a flat. So we're just going to go ahead and circle it because that belongs in the flat category, the two-dimensional shapes. I'm going to come over to this one. Think, flats, thumbs up, solids, thumbs down. It is a solid. We're going to cross it out. Come to this one. This is a cone. Thumbs up, flat, thumbs down, solid. It is a solid. Go ahead now and do the rest of this page. Take a moment to do that. You can pause the tape, do it yourself, and then you can come and check and see if it matches mine. Now check yours and see if it matches my page. If it does, then you did it correctly. If not, you can go ahead and correct it now. Now we're going to move on to the next page. The next page is going to involve coloring. So I'm only going to start it with you and let you complete it on your own. It says identify the two-dimensional, which is the flat shapes. Use red to color the flat shapes. Then find the three-dimensional or the solid shapes and color those blue. So the flats are red, the solids are blue. So I'm going to get my red and I'm going to go ahead and color in. It's going to be a little bit hard here. Mine's very thin. So you may go ahead and color this triangle red because it's a flat. And then I'm going to switch to the blue. And this shape right here is a sphere. It is a solid. So we're going to color that one blue. And I'm sure you're going to do a better job with your crayons than I'm doing right now with mine. All right. So that is your example. Again, all of the solids are to be colored blue. All of the flats are to be colored red. So you may go ahead and do this page on your own and have your parents check it when you're done. And finally, the last page we're going to finish up. It says draw to show what you know about a flat shape and then name the shape up here. So if you draw a flat shape, maybe a square or a triangle. These are two-dimensional shapes that are flat. You may name the shapes and then you can share with somebody in your home and tell them the names of these shapes. And you would want to give a complete sentence and say, this shape is a square, this shape is a flat. And you could do the same thing with this one. Down here at the bottom, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to be drawing the three-dimensional solid shapes. So down here, you would want to do a sphere, a cylinder, a cone, or a cube. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a cone because that's usually pretty easy for me, except I messed that one up a little bit. Whoops, there's my cone. And then of course a sphere is pretty easy. We just have to include those lines so it looks like more of a ball. And then down here you would say this shape is a cone, this is a solid shape, or this is a sphere, and this is a solid shape. All right, I hope you enjoyed doing our math lesson. Today, I was able to draw with you, and I will be back again tomorrow with your next math lesson, and I hope you're enjoying these lessons as we go through them. I will be able to do most of them with you now, and I wish you a very, very happy Tuesday, and I hope you're doing well. I will talk to you hopefully sometime this week. I'm going to set up a Zoom chat so that we can actually talk together. All right, take care, and we'll see you next time.